Hey guys. This is Space Train, your daily express till the edge of the space. And today we will talk about, is time travel possible? Grab your tickets and let's go. Our train will explore the whole universe to find answers to some important questions. So make sure you have subscribed to get unlimited pass on our expedition. Is time travel possible? How would you like to head back to the future in a DeLorean car? Or travel with the crew of the USS Enterprise to save the whales? These two examples, from Back to the Future and Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, show a very common trope in science fiction: time travel. We all have things we regret in life, so the concept of turning back time, or in the case of one Superman movie, reversing Earth's rotation, is an inviting one. Who wouldn't want to fix the past, or erase a regrettable historical event that negatively impacted humanity? Or for people who are more focused on the future, how about turning time forward to see a neat event, such as the first human landing on Mars? As one scientist points out, we all constantly time travel, but it's in only one direction. We're inevitably moving 1 second at a time into the future, and we could go faster if we wanted. The great 20th century scientist Albert Einstein developed a theory called special relativity. The ideas of special relativity are very hard to imagine because they aren't about what we experience in everyday life, but scientists have confirmed them. This theory says that space and time are really aspects of the same thing, space-time. There's a speed limit of 300,000 kilometers per second, or 186,000 miles per second, for anything that travels through space-time, and light always travels the speed limit through empty space. Special relativity also says that a surprising thing happens when you move through space-time, especially when your speed relative to other objects is close to the speed of light. Time goes slower for you than for the people you left behind. You won't notice this effect until you return to those stationary people. Say you were 15 years old when you left Earth in a spacecraft traveling at about 99.5% of the speed of light, which is much faster than we can achieve now, and celebrated only 5 birthdays during their space voyage. When you get home at the age of 20, you would find that all your classmates were 65 years old, retired, and enjoying their grandchildren. Because time passed more slowly for you, you will have experienced only 5 years of life, while your classmates will have experienced a full 50 years. Indeed, we can jump forward into the future as much as we want. It's only a matter of going really, really fast, Paul Sutter, an astrophysicist at Ohio State University, said. He began by citing evidence from Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity, which shows that time is relative depending on how fast you are moving. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. We've been able to measure this with ultra-precise atomic clocks and jet airplanes, and the precision offered by the GPS system needs to take this into account. Sci-fi always seemed to require complicated contraptions to jump in time, when all you need is a very large rocket, Sutter wrote. This means that astronauts, for example, are already time travelers of a sort. That's because they go into space and live on the International Space Station, sometimes for months at a time. At a speed of about 5 miles, 8 kilometers, a second, astronauts on the space station are moving faster than we are on Earth. This means that on the station, astronauts age just a tiny bit slower than they would on the planet's surface. And that when astronaut Scott Kelly came back from a year in space, the age gap with his slightly older identical twin, Mark, widened by just a little bit, jumping into the past. But many sci-fi franchises focus on time travel to the past. Such travel raises neat questions, such as whether you can go back in time and kill your own grandparent, a puzzle sometimes referred to as the grandfather paradox. Sutter pointed out that the physics of our universe appear to forbid this situation, at least as far as we can see. But surprisingly, some of Einstein's equations from the theory of general relativity may allow time travel into the past. That theory basically discusses how huge objects distort spacetime, which we feel as gravity. So how could Einstein's theory make time travel possible? Well, one way would be to break the cosmic speed limit and go faster than the speed of light, but that likely wouldn't work, because an object going at that speed would have infinite mass. Another possibility would be to form wormholes between points in spacetime, although this would likely work for only small particles. There are even more exotic possibilities out there, such as using black holes, huge cylinders or cosmic strings to play with the fabric of space-time. When it comes to the past, Sutter said, the mathematics of general relativity does allow a few strange scenarios where you can end up in your own past. But all of these scenarios end up violating other known physics, like requiring negative mass or infinitely long rotating cylinders. Why does general relativity allow past time travel, but other physics always jump in to spoil the fun? We honestly don't know. But that doesn't mean that scientists are giving up. In 2015, Ali Afgan of Eastern Mediterranean University in Cyprus said wormholes might be possible in zones with dark matter. This is a theoretical form of matter that cannot be seen or otherwise sensed with telescopes, but does show itself in its gravitational effects on other bodies. While his equations show wormholes could occur in these regions, Afgan said he is still searching for proof. It is only mathematical proof, he said. I hope one day it will be possible to also find direct experimental evidence. Even the world-renowned physicist Stephen Hawking was entranced by the idea of time travel before his death this year, when he discussed in the Daily Mail how a black hole could make it possible. Around and around they'd go, experiencing just half the time of everyone far away from the black hole. The ship and its crew would be traveling through time, he wrote in 2010. However, physicist Amos Iron at the Technion Israel Institute of Technology in Haifa, Israel, said a machine circling a black hole would probably disintegrate before moving that quickly. If you think that you are unlucky, because you can't travel into the future, remember. We can travel to our future, and we are actually traveling to our future at the rate of 1 second per second. You've traveled to your future while you were watching this. Maybe one day we will figure out how to travel faster, or go backward. Just be patient and wait, or help Science if you have a solution for this problem. But it is mind-blowing to know that time travel is real, and it's only a matter of time. There are lots of questions left, so don't space out, and leave some space in your brain for answers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications on our latest videos. If you are still here, grab your knowledge and get out of my train.